Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Graves, and we are here for the Ripple Effect, and I have Jessica Osbrook here. Hi, Jess.
How's it going?
Hey, another day.
Another day.
Yeah.
Another great interview with her. We're from Solidarity Community Federal Credit Union, by the way. If you didn't see our shirts, we're kind of twinning today, aren't we? Look at that, right there.
Blue.
They give us that so then people remember that we're not just here goofing around.
We kind of are, too.
We are a little bit.
That's part of our jobs.
Agreed. We have a very special guest with us today. Ned is in-house from Turnabout Resource Center. Hello there.
Hello.
How you doing?
Thanks. Good.
Good. Glad to have you here.
It's good to be here.
We're going to talk about some fun stuff.
Yeah.
I think so. There's some good things coming for a good cause.
All right, let's talk about Turnabout Resource Center. Where did we start and what do we do?
Well, in 2017, we had an overdose epidemic in Howard County and over 40 deaths that year. And the next year, we had community conversation in Rushville. We say in Rushville that Kokomo is our suburb, but that's probably not a popular thing to say here.
I've never heard that before. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, they don't spread that news here. And we had in the Jeff Stout Community Center 46 people, including Paul Wyman and Jeff Stout at the time, just to talk about the needs of the Rushville community. And so we asked the question, what's the greatest need in our community? And we gave people Post-it notes to put on a whiteboard. And I was thinking that the thing that would rise to the top would be help with after school for kids, something like that. But what rose to the top was the need to help those who are struggling in addiction. There's a lot of working, functioning addicts in our community. The Buddy Bags is one of the things that we do to meet a lot of those families that have needs, and a lot of them are because of addiction or because of broken homes. But anyway, it rose to the top to address addiction. And so the next year, our church with two other churches in town began to address that need and started a Friday night addiction program, which continues to this day every Friday night at 6:30 at First Baptist Church, but it's really not just for First Baptist Church. So as time went on, it became apparent that we were able to help a lot of people, and we still do, but there's people who won't come into a church for help, and there's other greater or just as great a need in our community. One was just a couple blocks from where Turnabout Resource Community Center is now. There was a suicide in 2020 that we just wish they would have known a place to turn or someone to turn to. And so we also thought there's a real need for people struggling in sex addiction, and they don't just necessarily walk into a church for help on a Friday night. And so it became apparent we needed to do something better or greater or a place that they could come to. And so we started looking for a place outside of churches. It was the churches, the community, the citizens, the other 501c3s in Rushville working together, including the town every year gives us $1,000 to help with that, to meet the needs of those who are struggling, a place to come, a walk-in center where they can come and find help. And if they're in need for suicide help, and depression is also a need in the community. And so we started looking out to find a place for that. And so we found a place in 2021, and we started Turnabout Community Resource Center. And we started meeting right across the street from the post office in Rushville, just south of the post office. And it's a small building, but we meet there. So in November of 2021, the problem was we had a building, but it was hardly ever opened, and it had a for sale sign on the outside that made it look like we were really just fly by night. We'd be gone the next day if the building sold out from under us. And also we weren't having many clients come in. And so we decided that we would just hire somebody to keep the doors open. And so in March of 2022, we started being open 40 hours a week, and we've continued that with part-time and paid help. And that was the first thing we addressed, was being open long enough to help people. And now we're open even more hours than that. We're open on Saturdays as well for also walk-in counseling. Anybody needs that. And of course, we have a 24/7 phone number. We're working with Howard County Suicide Prevention Coalition. And so the next step was the getting down that for sale sign. So we, Paul Wyman
Kicked it down.
Yeah, Paul
Karate
Wyman.
kicked it.
Yeah, he did. He bought the building and began to lease it to us. Just this year, we started to buy that building from him on a land contract. But he opened the doors. We took down that sign. So then we were open 40 hours at least a week, plus we had the sign down. And then it was just a matter of getting people to start coming in. And that's been growing more and more all the time. But we have meeting in that building now. Freedom That Lasts meets through Turnabout, an AA group that meets there. We have a Conqueror series. We're starting Focus in the schools of Howard County. Focus is for young people that are struggling with addictions. And so at Western, we're going to be starting in February next year on Wednesday mornings, a small group to help those who are struggling with different addictions. We have Divine Interventions for families who have kids that are struggling or in the family that are struggling. And NA is there. And then the AMVETs of Rocheville do counseling through Turnabout.
That's great.
So we're trying to help veterans. That's also a real issue with both addictions as well as suicide prevention.
Homelessness is too. I mean, you know, we talk about getting rid of veteran homelessness in Howard County, but that doesn't mean all of it. And that definitely doesn't mean that we're getting rid of addictions. But you guys are starting. I mean, you've been starting and you're hosting all these meetings and really helping people out. It's really great to see.
Yeah, we're seeing it more and more as people have become more aware of it. We appreciate being on this podcast just to help people be more aware of what's going on and place to turn for help in our county. On the southwest side, we work with all the other addiction groups that are here. You know, Paul Wyman, I mentioned, Chuck Mikowski. Sherry Rail was a big part. She's on our board. Seth Alford at Celebrate Recovery. Joey Bennett with Valley of Grace. Travis Tafflinger with Bridges. Dustin Moloch with his group. Kevin Smith at the Rescue Mission. Jerry Asher, the sheriff, brought in a whole bunch of furniture right when we got into the building. Dr. Seeley helps us out. So I did a lot of name dropping there, but we really are thankful to be connecting with those groups in the community that are working together.
Because they want to all make it work together. And I mean, it takes a village to make it happen.
It does. And we recognize all these names because these are people who continually step up to help people in all of our communities. Yep.
Correct.
Definitely.
They want to make it happen. Yep. They want to make a difference.
And they are making it happen for sure. So now you mentioned you're open 40 hours. What are people coming in throughout the day for? What are we seeing there?
So, and it's just starting more and more, but first of all, it's also open in the evenings for these different small groups. So there's lots of small groups that meet there, like AA and those groups. There's even prayer meetings that meet there that come in. I think there's one Bible study that's coming. We just keeping the doors open to helping people. Whoever wants to. Rocheville Community Outreach meets there. So it's just a community effort working together.
Do you think people were a little reluctant at first, and now that they see that you are going to be there, that you're not going anywhere, that they're starting to come around, you know, a little bit more so than what they would have before?
Well, there's a lot of stigma breaking that needs to go on. And so some of the ways we do that, we do a block party every year. We're doing a picnic every year. We do the carnival circus, just things to make awareness, but also to help them realize it's not just about dealing with people struggling or broken in our community. It's a community caring together. So,
well, and it's meeting people where they are, even if you're not in that same place, creating empathy, right? Bringing everybody along for all the rides.
Right. Yeah. Right. And so you do have a big event that you're preparing for. And should I just give a little, we're going to lions and tigers and bears? Oh my. Well, maybe not, but
this is the Peru Amateur Circus, so they don't bring any animals down. And this year it's the Howard County, because we really want to have an impact, more countywide with the schools, especially with the new focus with the teenagers. But it is the Peru Amateur Circus comes to Western High School. They do 2 shows that day. And so it's we're excited about it and just beginning to put together the sponsorship packages and getting people involved to help us, because to run a ministry like this or a service like this does cost money. And so we can get grants for a lot of the different things we do, but the operational funds we need to raise money in this kind of way. So, but it's a fun thing. And we, the first year we had really just surprised ourselves. Last year was a little down, but it's because there was a lot of sickness at the time in our community.
Right.
And also, I think they thought it was a Western thing. And so this is greater than Western. We want to invite all the kids from all the schools and from the county and from the area to come together for Miami County. Since this is the Peru Amateur Circus, some of their kids are involved in it. They can come and join us. It's kind of their kickoff to the season. In fact, they don't get much practice in before that time. It's more like a practice session. But it's amazingly good. They do it in the big gym, and it's just a fun time. Plus the carnival with all the games and all the sponsors, and it's a wonderful time. They used to do the carnival there at Western every year for just to do it, and now it's come back, and a lot of the people who were alumni of there in the late 90s when they used to have it are excited about it, like Josh Walden and others like that.
Josh got us in.
We could be in the circus.
Ooh,
You know what? We missed the clowns last year. Not that you guys look like clowns.
We could.
You could dress up.
I could be a clown.
Actually, we hope Solidarity is a part of the circus. I think you were last year.
And the year before, too. It's a proud event for us to sponsor. We've been the past 2 years to set up in the carnival area. It's so fun.
Oh, my gosh. So everybody needs to save the date. Save the date, Saturday, February the 22nd. And the times start at 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. And the carnival is from 1 to 6 p.m. How exciting. And we might be clowns.
I mean,
I just can't.
We'll have to interview for it.
You'd have to have a lot of makeup, so just.
I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. What do you
to
think?
look funny.
I'll just need that big nose.
Ned, you're digging a hole.
I better stop.
Just stop.
Don't put me up on the high wire.
We'll make you walk the high wire.
Yeah.
Kim and I will be your spotters. So that again is February
got you.
22nd. Teamwork,
Sure.
right?
I feel safe.
That doesn't sound convincing there, Ned. So when folks are thinking about Turnabout Resource Center, or if maybe they think that they didn't hear anything and there is a need, or they feel like the western side of the county needs this, can they talk to you, come in and ask about it? Can we offer this? How does that work?
Yes, I think the best way to get in contact with us is on the website, and then it has the phone numbers and all of that about the ministry, what our mission statement is, which is it's a bridge to hope and help and healing, and it's not it's a venue for places. So we're connected with a lot of other services and ministries. So the website is turn-about.org. And on the website, you get anything you need, the information. There's videos on there about what we do. There's phone numbers, places to call. Of course, if somebody is thinking of suicide now, call the 988 number and then stop in and see us or go find somebody. But we can give you help and we can give you hope. And we can help you in that starting to heal. So.
That's right. And sometimes you just need somebody there for an hour or a day when it comes to that type of thing. Don't be scared to reach out. We want you to.
And you have people there to listen.
And we just, last Monday, somebody called in needing help. And so while he was on the phone talking to them, I was contacted by text message. We were able to get somebody there to help them. And about a month ago on a Friday night, we were getting ready to do Freedom That Lasts, and a phone call came in, and our director left to meet that phone call and said, here, you take care of it tonight. So I hadn't prepared, he was, but there's plenty to talk about, so it went well. But just those kind of interventions, we're thankful that we have a part in that, and then the stories that go along with it. So.
Well, and I want to encourage folks. You mentioned earlier that maybe some folks who are battling addiction don't always feel comfortable going into a church. And maybe even if you're coming to Turnabout Resource Center, it's for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, where you grew up, what religion you are. It's everybody speaking about addictions in an open and safe place.
Yeah, and you don't have to be any religion. So if somebody comes in that is not wanting faith-based help, we'll help them because we're there to help people. So it's a venue for all those different groups, and we'll connect them because we're there. It's a bridge. It's a connection point to help people that are needy.
Right.
So
It doesn't matter where it is.
yeah.
I mean,
Doing great
it's
work.
And we
all about
work
help.
with Turning Point system of care, and so we'll help them and work together to find a place for somebody, as well as other mental health and medical people to work with them in that.
We got to take care of everybody.
It's we just want to love people and be community. So
I like that.
This is awesome. This is awesome what you all are doing. So I appreciate you guys. I mean, you're making a difference in so many lives. Thank you.
When people really needed it, for sure.
Yeah.
And they still do.
Yeah.
Ned, again with us from Turnabout Resource Center in Rushville. Ned, the details one more time for the upcoming Howard County Circus and Carnival.
So it's on Saturday, February 22nd. We are going to move up the times on our pre-things. It said 2 and 4, but I believe it's going to be 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. So we're changing the times a little bit, but it's February 22nd. Save the date. And we also have Carnival going on all day long, which is fun little games and activities throughout the building. We have the kissing booth for the horse. And so with...
I thought you were going to put Jessica and I in there, but now you said a horse. Okay, now.
Poor Ned. He had no idea what he was getting into today.
I have no response to that.
Okay. Say the
Now,
date.
this is at Western School.
Yep.
It's at
Western High School.
Right.
Right? Okay.
February 22nd. And one more time, Ned, the website, which is our jumping off point for everything when it comes to Turnabout Resource Center.
Turn-about.org.
turn-about.org in Rushville. Turnabout. Thank you so much for joining us today, Ned.
Well, thank you for this opportunity.
Appreciate it. That'll do it today for us, Kim, on the Ripple Effect podcast.
Have a lovely day.
Have the best day. We got to thank our bosses, too.
Yeah.
Special thanks to Solidarity Community Federal Credit Union.
Thank you.
That'll do it. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.